The main point for me is to use art to mix a lot of different ways. You can mix, for instance, in such show, you have several windows somewhere, because I can take a very popular object like a piano. I can take because it's like a cliche, I like the primitive art, but everybody knows the primitive art. I use the primitive art, and it's possible for me to put the primitive art on the same level on the Walt Disney cartoons, And for me, it's the main thing is to put the low things, on the high level. And to do that, you have to use a cliche, like a word known by many people, and they can understand, because the cliche, it's a very common word to say something poetic, More the thing is popular, more poetic you can have, to do something. Because it's a famous problematic, the high and low. When you pick up something low to become high, the magic, it's more stronger. The title of the show is Medley. It's a sort of musical title. And naturally, the medley is a mixture of different songs. And the songs, for me, is the works. And I would like to have a song from Berlin. It's the reason, for instance, the painted piano, the Bechstein. I have painted these works in Berlin. And also, for instance, the painted mirror is done in Berlin in the gallery to do a conversation with two other works. And for me, the medley is an opportunity to present different works, but without think about dates. You don't, when you walk in the show, because it's not a wide cube, this gallery, you have a sort of walking. You can say it's a sort of story between the works, And when you see the work, you have no idea, it's new, it's 5 years old, 10 years old, some instant. The piece in the lobby is like interiors. You have two paintings by of Walt Disney production and a piece with a light. This piece, the first time I did this piece, it was in 1987. And today I built a new piece with this idea, with the bubble lights. But it's completely new feeling, because the bubbles are completely changing, It's not the same, it's halogen, and the feeling is more, it's contemporary, And for me, when I create these works, it was a sort of new way to do the color with tubes. Not paint, but light. And for me, it was very simple, because when the artists use neon tubes, they do a drawing or they write something, but they don't paint with the neon. An exception with Dan Flavin. Dan Flavin does a painting with a neon tube because he uses a color. And for me, it was the main point. And I use the Frank Stella partition, like in music, to play that, because it was the best thing to do this painting. If I was able to do something more efficient, I tried, but it was less good than Frank Stella, And a funny anecdote about that, when I met Frank Stella, after I made this piece, naturally I don't ask the authorization, the permission to Frank to do that. He saw that it was very funny guy, he has a very big sense of humor. He said, "Oh, perhaps it's better that I did, because it's, the power of the light is naturally, it's not the same thing as the paint."